Hello everyone, this is Colin once again. I'm making another video response to Ahmed's Quran 3, and this video is of a more personal nature. The video is directed entirely against me. That's right, Ahmed's Quran 3 has actually taken the time out of his busy schedule to personally attack myself. I can't really blame him considering the fact that I have done a I would say decent job of going through many of his videos and refuting them. So now he's taking it upon himself to personally attack me. He says that he's received many messages from his viewers and listeners to talk with me and to address some of the points I've raised. So I interpret that as many of his viewers and himself, no doubt, were worried about the work that I was doing and essentially needed to respond. I find it kind of funny because in Ahmed's Quran 3, in your video entitled Refuting Aussie CDA and all, you said that was the last video you were going to make towards me. So I guess that really didn't last for very long, did it? You say that you deliberately made your video 174, which had a great number of references and some errors, intentional errors, which we'll get to in a second. And you made video 175, which had no references deliberately. And we'll get to the trap you say you laid for me, which I think is really interesting. Uh, Again, do I really believe that you actually laid this trap? I don't think you did. I think after I refuted both these videos of yours, you, to save your own skin, decided to come up with this cockamamie story that apparently you laid a trap for me. But you know what? That's fine. If you really did lay a trap for me, that's fine. Because you know what? I'll show you in the next several minutes how your trap, which you say was apparently my trump card, is actually my joker card. I'll show you how the joke is on you. You say that, let's see here. You in your video Muhammad and Satan, you quote me in saying that I wasn't going to respond to the whole video. You say, I quote, you quoted me by saying, I'm not going to respond to the whole video, and then you say blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the thing, and you know what, this is your style. You like to take verses out of context, and apparently you like taking living human beings out of context as well. Why didn't you tell the rest of your viewers what I really said? I told you that I wasn't going to respond to those hadiths, not because they're illogical, not because you think they're stupid, but because you quoted, to your credit, a lot of them. And I told you in my video, go back and watch my video that I responded to you, where I said if I were to make a video about all these hadiths, I would have to make several videos to go into great detail, and I didn't want to do that. So I left it as this. Many Muslims believe in these hadiths. So they have a right to believe in these hadiths. You, on the other hand, to your credit, you have a right to think that they're stupid. And you have every right to be rude and to insult the beliefs of other people. If that is what you want to do, that is your free will, that is your choice. But the Muslims can believe in these hadiths, and they do not need to respond to you and defend these hadiths just because you have your mind made up and you say they're stupid. That is why I didn't waste my time with these hadiths. Not because I am trying to deceive people or because I'm being choosy. I told you in my own video why I didn't want to do it. You say, let's see here, just because certain stories that are in the Quran are not in the Bible means the Quran is wrong. Well, that's your opinion, but that really does not prove anything. I guess you should tell the Jews that, right? Because in their Talmud, they have many stories that they believe actually happened that didn't make it into the canonized Hebrew Bible. So I guess everything in the Talmud's wrong, right? But no, you would never say that to a Jew, would you? No, you wouldn't. You'd only say that to a Muslim, that because certain stories are in the Quran that are in the Bible, they must be wrong, right? Who has the double standard? So then you say, let's see here. You say the Satanic Verses have been proven. No. No, I'm sorry. They've not been proven. I will again put references that disprove the idea of the Satanic Verses and that they are false and they are based on weak traditions. You and people like you like to think the Satanic Verses actually happened. You like to believe that this actually happened, even though we have strong sources to support the idea that this never occurred. But you know what? If you want to believe they happened, that's fine. I can't change your mind, obviously, and I really don't care about changing your mind. But I'm here to show that the Satanic Verses did not happen. I will post the references for that. You then say the Hebrew Bible, Satan is mentioned in the, I'm going to quote you. You say in the Hebrew Bible, the Satan is mentioned in the context as a human adversary to humans, not as a supernatural one who disobeys God. Now, I can agree with you on half of that statement. Yes, in the Hebrew Bible, is Satan a being that disobeys God? No, that is actually a Christian theological concept that is also an Islamic concept. But you're wrong, and you're misrepresenting now not just Islam. You're misrepresenting Judaism now, because you said that in the Hebrew Bible, Satan is never a supernatural being. Really? Because in the book of Job, he's a member of God's heavenly court, and he, as a supernatural being, tempts Job. That's the whole point of the book of Job, is that Job is tempted, Satan has things, misfortune fall upon him, and he stays truthful and faithful to God till the very end. And I'm going to post another link in the description area of an article written by a rabbi that says that Satan is an angel, that whose job is to tempt people, to test us while we're on this planet. And I've heard you say that, no, Satan's not a supernatural being. So you're wrong. You're wrong. You then say, why didn't I address the Hadith? Okay, so I mentioned that. You then say, I am wrong. Then you say, why do I find it offensive that you bash Islam, yet I don't find it offensive when the Quran, you say, quote, degenerates and other belief systems, all the other belief systems of on the entire planet? Well, here's the thing. There's nowhere in the Quran that makes fun of or bashes wholeheartedly the belief systems of every belief system on the entire planet. It does discuss theological concepts in Judaism, in Christianity, and in pagan Arabia. But the Quran asserts its opinions on these belief systems. It says, do not believe in the Trinity. Do not believe that Jesus is the Son of God. It doesn't make fun of Christians for this. It's not mean to Christians for this. It's not rude to Christians for this. It's saying, hey, this is the truth. What you believe in is incorrect. You can either take our word for it or not. What you do is you insult a religion of 1.7 billion people, and at the end of your video, you say that it is the most vile religion, the most evil religion on the planet. That is the difference between you and the Quran, which is why I find your videos completely offensive. If you were to present a video with your opinion, saying, I don't believe Islam is right on this, I would have no qualms with you. It would be more of a academic and more of a scholarly argument instead of just an ad hominem attack, which you do not only against Islam, but against me personally now, apparently. You say that the Quran is abusing stories in the Bible. Again, that's your opinion. And you say, how can Allah be the same God as the Jews, the Christians, when he gives 3 different versions of the same story in the Quran to Muhammad? Again, you don't understand the way the Quran was revealed. God revealed a portion of certain stories and then gave more details later. They're not contradictory stories. They're just more details in the progressive revelation, which is the Quran. But of course, you don't mention that in your video. Now, if you did say the Torah, you make a stink that apparently I'm a liar because I said you said the Hebrew Bible, not the Torah. You know what? If you said the Torah and not the Bible, I completely apologize. I apologize. If I misquoted you, I apologize. But you're still wrong, though. You want to know why? Because in this video that I'm refuting, you say that the Torah is not part of the Bible. Really? It's not part of the Jewish Tanakh? The Torah is not part of the Jewish Tanakh? You're wrong. It is part of the Jewish Tanakh. You say that I had victories in my videos where there were none. Again, ad hominem attacks. You say your mother tongue is Arabic and not mine. Congratulations, you're right. I never said I could read Arabic. What do you know? You say that the Jews and the Christians were forced to use the word Allah instead of God in the 9th century. Show your proof, please, for that, by the way. And I doubt they were using the English word God. They're probably saying Elohim, but of course you don't mention that either. And then you say in 1960 that this was your trap. You purposely laid this for me. Because in verse 60 it says that Moses and the attendant forgot about the fish. Yet you know what? You say that it's because of Satan, right? Nowhere does it say that Moses was deceived by Satan. The attendant says he was deceived by Satan. This is, again, you interpolating into the text again. And you admitted you interpolated Moses' name into the text to trap me, so you just admitted that you lied in your own video. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And then you call me Pathological Liar and all these other ad hominems. I think it's great. You know what, Occam's Quran? Thank you for this video. You prove it again that all you can use ad hominem attacks and not even logic